Welcome back. Modern appliances are becoming so modern they can practically run the laundry room without you. Well, Linda went to visit our friends at Rice's Appliance and met some washers and dryers that are so smart, it's shocking. Let's take a look.
So the first thing I see when I come in are washers and dryers. So what's new?
With washers and dryers, pretty much everything is changing. It's constantly changing. A lot of new things come out pretty regularly. Front loaders for a long time had a bad reputation. They've come so far and they've noticed that and they say, okay, well, we need to make that better. So in something like this is the Electrolux set. This is their newest. They just came out with it. A lot of people are using those pods nowadays. Well, pods in a front loader, they can get stuck. So what Electrolux did, they partnered with Tide and they came out with a new system. You actually put your pods into your dispenser tray and it sprays water directly down onto them, so it breaks the pods here, pre-mixes the detergent and water before it starts to load. But obviously the detergent manufacturers want you to fill that cup up every time and pour it in, or they want you to use 2 pods every single time. But other brands like the Maytag here, this little gizmo here is your dispenser. You fill that up with detergent. It'll hold up to 14 loads. It detects what cycle you select, how many clothes you put in, and how dirty the clothes are, and it makes sure to always use the appropriate amount of detergent. My set does this exact same thing. I went from using a bottle of detergent every about a week and a half to a bottle at a month. On top of that, with this machine, this nifty little fresh hold button there, it's going to start a little fan. It's going to run air through it. So what happens is you can leave the house, you can come back the next day, 24 hours later. They don't get all wrinkly and they don't get all messed up in your washer and they're ready to go in the dryer. Now if you have a lot of laundry, that's when we move over to something like this. What do you do with that, you got those delicates at the end of the day too. You know, they're always
Just
sitting beside, a few things to wash. You actually get a secondary washer. And because they don't want you to just have an extra washer, you also get a secondary dryer inside of your dryer. These are the LG 8100s. Well, you get the capacity here. A 5.2 cubic foot mega capacity washer. That'll do 2 king-size comforters. To think of how big that is, 2 full king-size comforters. Because drying is important, it just doesn't matter if you can wash that many clothes. It matters if you can get them dried in the same amount of time. And with this, at 9 cubic foot, it's one of the biggest dryers on the market. Now some people, for whatever reason, they either don't want to do a front load washer and dryer, or they can't fit it, or they don't have the space for it. And they still have made improvements when it comes to top loaders. What does that one look like to you?
Oh my goodness, it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen.
That's a wash basket. If
Really?
you pre-treat clothes and things like that, you can actually turn the little water spout on. You can pre-treat them right here, and then when you're done, so instead of having to go from your sink or in your bathroom or anything like that, all you do, you lift this up, the water, the clothes, it'll all fall back into the tub, and you can just start the cycle and call it a day. So this is more of a traditional set that you see, with the exception of you pour your entire bottle of detergent right into the machine. Same kind of thing, it dispenses it based off the cycle you select and how many clothes you put in. So even on top loaders, they're coming out with a lot of new technologies.
Wow. Linda, you are learning all of more tech than I ever have, but this is
I'm so
amazing.
impressed. Yeah, and they have that little fan he was talking about. It'll keep your clothes fresh. You can call your washer or your dryer from work and say, start it, and it'll start, and the fan will go, and when you come home, no wrinkles.
That's amazing. And I love the idea that you can do smaller things, like you can do a smaller load if it's delicates, or being able to wash all of your comforters. That is fantastic. All right, for more information on these appliances and the many more at Rice's Appliance, visit ricesflorida.com. You can always stop in to see them as well.